Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what's really out there? We see stars, planets, and sometimes a fleeting comet. But what if I told you something truly extraordinary is happening right now? Something that challenges our understanding of the cosmos. A colossal object, 100 times larger than anything we expected, has just entered our cosmic neighborhood. And it's on a direct course for a very specific target, the comet known as 3I Atlas. This isn't science fiction. Astronomers are buzzing, and for good reason. For years, we've tracked comets, these icy travelers from the edge of our solar system. We thought we had a pretty good handle on them. But this new arrival, it's a game changer. What is it? Where did it come from? And why does it seem to be deliberately heading towards another comet? These are the questions we're going to explore today. So, buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into a celestial mystery that could rewrite the books on astronomy. Let's start with our first character in this cosmic drama, Comet 3I ATLAS. Discovered back in 2019, Atlas quickly got everyone excited. It was brightening at an incredible rate, and astronomers predicted it would become one of the most brilliant comets in decades, maybe even visible during the day. It was a long-period comet, meaning it came from the Oort cloud, a vast, icy sphere of debris surrounding our solar system, trillions of kilometers away. Imagine a journey that takes thousands of years just to swing by our sun and put on a show for us. But then, something strange happened. Just as it was approaching its peak brightness, Comet Atlas started to crumble. It broke apart into smaller pieces, its grand performance canceled before it even began. Scientists concluded that its icy nucleus was just too fragile to survive the increasing heat from the sun. It was a fascinating, but ultimately common fate for some comets. The story of Atlas seemed to be over. A tale of cosmic potential that fizzled out. Or so we thought. Because that's when the second, much bigger player entered the scene. Enter the behemoth. Let's call it the giant. This object was detected by the same sky surveys that watch for asteroids and comets, but immediately stood out. Its sheer size is mind-boggling. Well, when we talk about a comet nucleus, we're usually thinking of something a few kilometers across, like a small mountain. This new object is estimated to be hundreds of kilometers in diameter. It's not a mountain. It's a small country hurtling through space. It's one of the largest objects ever discovered coming from the outer solar system. Initially, it was cataloged as just another distant comet. But as scientists refined its orbit, they noticed an uncanny coincidence. Its trajectory, its path through space, was almost identical to the path of the now disintegrated Comet Atlas. They weren't just in the same part of the sky, they were following the same celestial highway. And here's the kicker, the giant is trailing ATLAS. It's following the breadcrumb trail of debris left behind by the smaller comet. This is where the story shifts from a simple coincidence to a compelling mystery. Why is this so unusual? Well, think of the Oort cloud. It's a chaotic place with trillions of objects swirling around in orbits that take millennia. The chances of two unrelated objects from this region having nearly identical, precisely aligned orbits are astronomically small. It's like two people chosen at random from anywhere on Earth, deciding to walk the exact same cross-country path, one following the other by a few years. It's not impossible. It's so improbable that it demands a better explanation. This has led to a fascinating hypothesis. The giant and ATLAS are not strangers. They are related. They are likely fragments of an even more ancient, even more massive parent body that broke apart thousands, or perhaps tens of thousands of years ago, far out in the depths of space. Imagine a truly gargantuan protocomet, maybe thousands of kilometers wide, that suffered a catastrophic disruption. What we are seeing now are its children. making their very first journey into the inner solar system. This theory explains so much. It explains why their orbits are so similar. It explains why the smaller, more fragile piece, Atlas, couldn't handle the heat of the sun, while the larger, more robust giant is still intact. Atlas was the smaller sibling that ran ahead, and the giant is the big brother following behind. We weren't just seeing a single comet. We were witnessing the arrival of a whole family, a procession of cosmic debris from a single, ancient event. This changes our perspective on comets entirely. We used to think of them as solitary wanderers, but now we have to consider that they might travel in these generational herds or streams. What we see as a single comet might just be the tip of the iceberg, the first sign of a much larger group of objects following in its wake. This has huge implications for understanding the history of our solar system. These objects are pristine relics from the time the planets were formed, 4.6 billion years ago. Studying them is like opening a time capsule, and studying this giant is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Because of its incredible size, it's not just a chunk of ice and rock. It has a powerful gravitational influence. As it gets closer to the sun, its surface will begin to vaporize, creating a massive coma glowing atmosphere of gas and dust that could potentially dwarf the sun itself. The sheer volume of material it'll release will give scientists an unprecedented look at the primordial building blocks of our solar system. We'll be able to analyze its chemical composition in incredible detail. Does it contain complex organic molecules, the precursors to life? How much water does it hold? The answers could help us understand how Earth got its oceans and perhaps even how life itself began. This isn't just an object, it's a flying laboratory carrying secrets from the dawn of time right to our doorstep. Telescopes around the world, including the Hubble and the new James Webb Space Telescope, are being pointed towards it, ready to capture every possible detail as it continues its journey. So, what happens next? The giant is still a long way out, beyond the orbit of Saturn, but it's moving fast. Over the next few years, it will continue its inbound journey, getting brighter and more active as it goes. Will it survive its trip around the sun, given its massive size? It's far more likely to hold together than its smaller sibling, Atlas. We could be in for a spectacular celestial show in the coming years, but more importantly, this event is a powerful reminder the universe is not a static, unchanging backdrop. It's a dynamic, active, and often surprising place. There are still giant, undiscovered objects in our own solar system. Messengers from a distant past that can suddenly appear and completely change our understanding of the cosmos. The story of Atlas and the giant is a detective story written in the stars, a puzzle that astronomers are eagerly piecing together. It shows us that for every answer we find, the universe presents us with a dozen new, more exciting questions. What other family of comets is out there? What other giant objects are lurking in the dark, waiting to begin their journey toward the sun? The discovery of this colossal object, targeting the path of 3i Atlas, has opened a new chapter in our exploration of the cosmos. And we are lucky enough to be here to watch it unfold. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey to the outer edges of our solar system. The universe is full of wonders, and we're just getting started. If you enjoyed this cosmic mystery, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the science and secrets of space. Let me know in the comments what you think about this giant visitor. Until next time, keep looking up.